Hello and welcome to the show. Listen, I'm so glad you could join us today. We've got a great show planned for you. We're going to be talking with J. Rashawn Coulter. I tell you what, celebrity hairstylist. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit more of what's on my mind. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
Hello and welcome back to the show. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to start talking about what's on my mind. You know, I always have things that are on my mind. One of the things that I want to talk about is how we need to pray for each other and how we need to keep each other lifted up. Now, what I'm getting ready to tell you is about Marianne Alda. I got a call from Marianne this afternoon. Marianne, unfortunately, is not going to be on the show with us today. Please pray for her. She had an accident, fell, and fractured some serious bones. And so she was highly upset about not being on the show today, but guess what? She's coming back on. She's going to come on in September. So I just want us to continue to pray for each other because, as you know, last week my guest father had a heart attack and she couldn't even get to the country where she needed to be because of COVID. So I just want us to keep each other in prayer and keep each other lifted up. Now, as I'm talking about what's on my mind, you all have been paying attention to the Olympics. You know, I'm a big advocate for mental health. Getting mental health, getting the checkup from the neck up, making sure that you take care of your mental health because that's so important for us today. You know, Simone Biles, I commend her for doing such a wonderful job that she did in relaying that she needs to take time off. She needs to take the time off and let the team do what they do so that they can be successful without her being the forefront and in front, the centerpiece of everything else that's going on, because that's what the news is trying to do. But one good thing about it is she's got great support from her parents. She's got great support from her sisters. She's got support from her teammates, from athletes all over the world. And so I want us to learn that we're going to have to take care of our mental health. We're going to have to shut down when it's time to shut down. And I say that personally because I know about that. And then the second thing I want to talk about, third thing rather, is the Delta variant. All right, folks, it's here. If you haven't been vaccinated, it's time for you to really think about it. I haven't told a lot of people about my story and the reason I really did not want to get vaccinated because I had gotten real sick from the flu vaccine many, many years ago to the point that I could have been away from here myself. And so I was also afraid of getting the vaccine. However, being in microbiology, looking at the news, talking with my friends who are physicians, researchers, and the like, I decided that it was time for me to get the vaccine. And so I've been vaccinated for a couple of months now. And I think it's so important for us to be vaccinated. I know it sounds crazy to some folks, but please, this Delta variant is serious. And you're going to have to continue to wear your mask. I was away and I'm away and still had to wear, I'm wearing my mask even though I'm vaccinated. You know, a lot of places say, oh, if you're not vaccinated, you don't have to wear the mask. Well, let me tell you what, honey. You need to wear that mask and you need to protect yourself. Okay? So as I'm talking about this, all of this is coming into play because what it's saying is we have got to take care of each other. We have got to take care of each other. We've got to look out for our own folks. All right? And I'm not just talking about race in particular. I'm talking about mankind, period. Okay? So would you do that for me, please? Remember, I always end the show with talking about wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance, do all of those things because, we have our young people as well that are getting ready to go back to school, our teachers who are getting ready to go back to school. So please remember, Wear your mask and take care of yourself. If you need to talk to somebody, find your mental health therapist, because I have one like everybody else. We need one. All right? So that's what's on my mind today, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm praying for Marianne. Marianne, I love you, my darling, and I pray that you feel better. Look forward to seeing you coming up. All right, so our next guest, he is a celebrity hairstylist, a celebrity stylist, an educator, a hair coach, and the CEO of All Curls Matter. And guess what? He's on my show today, and I am excited to talk with none other than J. Rashawn Coulter. And to me, he's Sean. He told me I could call friends, call him Sean. You know what I'm saying? So come on out, Sean.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I am doing excellent, doing excellent. Please
You,
forgive me. I'm still doing some hair at the moment.
listen, well, you keep doing hair because that's what it's all about. We want to talk about you, Sean, and what you're doing and how you got started. Because the one thing that I always ask people about is you get to a point in life, and how did you get to where you are now? What started your career, Sean?
Well, I can say that it was a God gift. I know that that might be kind of cliche-ish and everything, but I didn't have like a person that did hair in my family like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was basically a God gift that I inherited when I was a kid, and I just found a love for it. And once I found a love for it, I guess I can tell this story really quick, just for a moment. My dad, he had really long hair, and when he had really long hair, he would have me sit on the back of the chair
Mm-hmm.
and roll his hair up.
Really?
And I was like 5 or something like that, and I remember that kind of vividly.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that particular point, that's I really believe that that's what got me started and going when it comes down to doing hair. But like I said, my dad, no one in my family really does hair like that. So
Wow.
that was one of the pivotal moments that I remember being a kid
Mm-hmm.
that happened to
Well, becoming a stylist, and of course you're a celebrity stylist, and that sets you apart from everybody that's out here calling, doing hair and all. But when did you, I mean, you said when you were doing your father's hair, but there had to be a time when you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. When was that turning point for you? What happened?
I was in high school. And like I said, I knew that I had a love for it somewhat. And I knew that I wanted to go to cosmetology school, and I had to figure out and make up my mind where I was going to go and how I was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the decision was either I take this um, foreign language class,
Mm-hmm.
or I go ahead and take cosmetology class, because back then you would need a foreign language in order to go to college. So
That's
I had
right.
to determine if I was going to go to a 4-year college, or if I was going to go ahead and go to cosmetology school, which was at the vocational school.
Wow.
So my 10th grade year, I was in Spanish class, and I
Uh-huh.
was failing pretty bad.
Habla español?
and, and I was failing pretty bad. And in the midst of failing, I was like, this is not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So talked to my mom and talked to my guidance counselor. And my guidance counselor, she was like, okay, what are you going to do? And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do cosmetology.
Wow.
And so from that particular point, I had to make that decision.
Wow, and that was how it happened. So, Sean, while you are finishing up that style, and I'm telling you, that hair is gorgeous.
You can see her.
Yes, darling, you look fabulous. We can't see your face, but I know when he finishes, it's going to be fabulous. We're going to show a clip that you brought with you, and we're going to show that, and we'll come back. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Kick it, Tiana.
This is J. Rashawn Coulter here. I am really excited and I wanted to come to you right now. I'm behind the scenes doing some amazing things right at the moment, but I wanted to come to you, pause for a moment, just to tell you exactly what it is that I have going on. I know you guys have seen it on Facebook and you've seen it around and stuff like that, but I am celebrating my 20 years in the industry, guys, and I'm super excited about that. 20 years in the beauty industry and being able to accomplish a lot of the things that I have accomplished in the 20 years at such a young age, I'm really excited about it. And I want to share those moments with you on October 10th and the 11th. And I don't want you to miss it. So make sure that you check us out October 10th and the 11th. So listen, I know you've seen this flyer out there. Our colors are emerald gold and green, and we are super excited because emerald gold is money. Emerald green is money for me and royalty, and gold, those things mean money to me, and those things mean royalty. And so I want to be able to show you guys how to be treated the right way, the royal way, here at the Emerald Dynasty Beauty celebration, celebrating 20 years in the industry. So listen, make sure y'all be able to click that link. Go to jrashawncoulter.com, or you can even go to emeralddynastybeauty.com. We're going to definitely make sure that we take care of you when you get there. We have so many different types of tickets that you'll be able to purchase. And with those tickets, we have our VIP tickets that are available for $225 for our professionals. You'll be able to get headshots. You'll be able to be a part of the cut party. You'll be able to be a part of our Emerald Dynasty dinner, our Emerald Dynasty breakfast, even the amazing classes that we do have going on. We have things going on for 2 days, Sunday and Monday. So we don't want you to miss it. So we have our VIP, and then we have our VIP for our guests that are not professionals, and you'll be able to actually get those for $125. So those things will actually include a headshot, because everybody needs a headshot, the Emerald Dynasty dinner. You'll be able to get our special drink that we do have as well. So for those that like to drink, that's the Emerald Dynasty drink, guys. And then also you'll be able to participate in some of the other events that we do have, and we're going to make sure that we treat you very special for those that are VIPs. And then we have our general admission as well. So those that want to be a part of the cut party and want to get that headshot, that's only $75, guys. You get to get a headshot, a professional headshot, and you get to actually enjoy the event that we do have as far as the cut party. So I have amazing people that's going to be coming from all over. That's going to be doing their cuts, their styles, and everything. That's going to be there to give you some amazing things and entertain you, so that you can see what you want to see, the things that are going on. Also, we have our student tickets, which are $75 for both days. They'll be able to actually get the cut party and the classes on Monday. And then we also have each class that is broken down into being $75 if you're just coming on that Monday. So guys, we have a lot of things that are going on, and we're super excited. And we want to see you at the Emerald Dynasty Beauty, October 10th and the 11th. Make sure you go to the website, guys. Make sure you check it out. That's emeralddynastybeauty.com.
So, Jay Rashawn, I was going to save that for the second half. But let's talk about 20 years, because being in this industry, you've had to learn how to navigate through it, especially being a celebrity hairstylist. How have you been able to do that?
Navigating through it is definitely is work. Um, but being able to do it with the help of support and family, that has been my driving force. My family has definitely been my driving force to help me get through everything that I needed to do. Um, my family and God, just really understanding where I come from and not forgetting where I came from. I came from I'm from a small town called Branchville, South Carolina, And I'm super excited about being from that small town, because a lot of people, they don't look for a lot of great things coming from small towns. But
That's right.
I would encourage people, listen, let people know where you're from and who you are. So if it wasn't for them and the people that support me even there, then it wouldn't be no me.
Mm. Wow, you said a mouthful there. Because we all have to have support. And I think
Right.
that's one of the things, as we're talking about the power of the arts. And, Jay Rashawn, when we talked a few months ago and I asked you to be on the show, I've had actors, actresses, authors, and the like on the show. But I wanted to show a different side of the arts. With you being a celebrity hairstylist, an author, an educator, it's more to, there are other positions, other careers out here that young people can go into. Everybody dreams about being LeBron James. Everybody dreams about being Denzel Washington. But nobody takes the time to say, you know what? There may be something else that I can do and use my gifts and talents for that. And
Right.
so that's why I'm so glad that you are, you're here with me and able to convey to people, hey, this is what I did and this is how things turned out for me.
Right.
And as I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about your product line, because now not only are you a stylist, an author, an educator, you're a CEO of your own company.
Right.
All Curls Matter. Talk about the product.
So with my product line, I do a lot of natural hair, as you see with this, my beautiful young lady that I have right here. I do a lot of natural hair. And so when I came up with um, All Curls Matter, I wanted people, as an educator, I wanted people to understand that you can do anyone's hair, and that everyone's hair matters. So, in the school system, when I was working at the school, they tried to separate it black and white.
Mm.
And so I came up with a solution, and I was like, you know what? Let's forget about all of that. All curls matter. Your curl matter, my curl matter, white, black. So we don't talk braids. We talk nothing but curl patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the name came from. And then hence my product line. I wanted to make sure that I got a product line that I can use on all curl types that gives hydration, because anybody that is dealing with curl patterns and dealing with curls, they have to have some type of hydration. And so it's
Yes.
a hydration system to be able to actually help the curls stay soft and luxurious at the same time.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got to have that. Tiana, let's show the curl matters, because I love it, because it's also green and gold. Emerald. Emerald.
Emerald green and
And gold.
gold.
Emerald green and gold. Vitalizing, curl, and hydration. So with this system, you use all three at the same time, or how does that work, Jay Rashawn?
So it is a shampoo, conditioner, and a serum. So what they do is they go in, it's mango infused, and that helps with hydration as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we go in, you shampoo the hair, and you will immediately feel the softness of your hair immediately.
Mm.
Um, and then from there, you'll start seeing your curls start obeying. And one thing I tell people to communicate with your hair,
Mm-hmm.
and that's important to communicate with it, to be able to tell it what you want it to do, versus just going in and just start combing and stuff like that. You want to be able to make sure that you're communicating it at the shampoo bowl with your hair.
Mm.
So one thing that I do, I go in and I cleanse first, I treat, then I moisturize. That's where my hydration system comes in at. So that's why I always make sure that I put that in place when it comes down to anybody's hair, especially sometimes in the winter,
Mm-hmm.
you need more hydration. And sometimes when it comes down to summer, a lot of people, their scalp gets really dry. So that helps out with their scalp as well.
Wow, I've gotten an education today. Just, and I hope that the viewers, as you're watching, viewers, I know you're getting some education as well. So let's back up. I
Uh-huh.
want to talk about, as you took us from high school, after high school and after you graduated, what happened? Because people see you now as the celebrity hairstylist, but what happened in between?
This is right after high school, or right when I was in high school. I had a chance to work with a young a young man. He's an icon in the industry for me, Mr. Chris Williams. He's in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and he trained me. I had the privilege to be able to train under him and to be able to get the knowledge that I needed to get. So when it came down to it, he taught me the foundation of hair.
Mm-hmm.
So with him teaching me the foundation of hair, that was easy for me to be able to know what to do with hair and how to handle hair the way I need to handle it as well. So with me training with him, that has actually taken me so far within the industry as well. So kudos to Mr. Chris Williams. If anybody know him, please let him know that I might have given him shout outs as well.
That's right. That's right. And there is someone else who is watching, and she says to tell you hello. And I know that you know her when I say her name. I'm not going to say her full name, but her first name is Michelle.
Michelle.
Michelle used to be with you at Hair Design Essentials.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So you can say hi to Michelle because Michelle is
Hey,
on.
Michelle.
It's a small world.
It is a small world, and see, and that's another thing. I worked with Design Essentials. I was a platform artist as well. So within my 20 years, I if you those that know Design Essentials products, I was a platform artist for about 15 years, and I absolutely loved it. Design Essentials, big family to me, huge family to me, and I love them. They were my foundation for education,
Wow.
for
And that
being able to teach people and to be able to show people. Because if it wasn't for that foundation, I would, in education wise and doing the education, I wouldn't be where I am. So within my 20 years and my celebration, those are the things that I'm celebrating and the people that I'm celebrating with that as well. I'm super excited. I'm glad that, hey, Michelle.
so let me ask you this: when it comes to education, because people just think that you go to school, you learn how to curl hair, you learn how to curl, you learn how to clean the hair, shampoo the hair, and all those things. But what they don't know is the science behind it.
Right.
And so that's what I kind of want you to touch on, because there may be some young people who are looking right now and saying, hey, I can, wow, I can do this. I can
Right.
I can really do this. But they need to know it's chemistry involved, right?
Absolutely.
It's biology involved, right?
I'm going to. Do you mind if I move to my other room?
No, you just take us with you. You just take us with you, honey. We're at the J. Rashawn salon. So you just take us right on with you. But having said that, what people don't realize is being a hairstylist really takes a lot, because you've got to be licensed to do it. You've got to
Absolutely.
learn all of the hair, and it's called hair ecology, like and esthetology, about the skin and all of that.
Right.
So talk about that, because there may be some folks who want to do a second career. There may be a young person on here that wants to do hair, wants to go into cosmetology, and what would you advise them to do?
I would advise you to um, definitely pay attention in school for those that are still in high school. Those foundational things, the geometry, your chemistry, your biology, knowing those things, when it comes down to cosmetology, you will need it. You would definitely need it. One thing that happened to me in high school, geometry was the worst subject. I just could not grab a hold to it. And I was like, man, I get it. And it dawned on me later in life while I was teaching that I realized that 490 degrees creates a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to know those things on the head. You have to know the degrees on the head to be able to have a precise haircut.
Mm.
If you don't know the different degrees on the head, knowing you at a 45 or 180 or, a 90,
Mm.
then your haircut is not going to be the way it needs to be and it won't be precise. So that right there alone was an aha moment for me.
Wow.
And I was like, man, I need geometry. I need chemistry. I need all of those things as well. So for those that are still in high school, I need you to make sure that you're paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are very, very, very important. Even goes into anatomy. Learning the different parts of the head, knowing where the parietal ridge is of the head. And the parietal ridge, I guess my head is a perfect head to be able to show you. The parietal ridge is right where that your hair starts to curve right up in that area right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
parietal ridge. And then you're dealing with the occipital bone, which is the back of the head. You're dealing with the crown and the temples. We have to know those things to be able to know how to massage their scalp and also be able to know as a point of reference when you're doing haircuts.
Wow. So, Jay Rashawn, I just got a message from our producer. You are echoing a little bit. You weren't before, but it may be because you might want to move a little closer and possibly turn your volume down just a little bit. It's not bad, but I just want to
Okay.
make sure that we
Is
that we
that
take
better?
care of it. Yeah, Tiana, and she can nod her head, or she's going to send me a message as well. So listen, we've got, you're going to be with me the whole rest of the time. So I've got a lot of questions to ask you because I want to find out from you about All Curls Matter. What makes your brand All Curls Matter stand out from any other brand that may be doing this with curls, with natural curls?
Right. So one of the things that helps it stand out is the story behind it. Because and I deal with research and everything as well.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still echoing?
Well, I'm checking now. We're checking. You can keep
Okay.
talking. Mm-hmm.
I deal with the research as well. Um, within product making and stuff like that. And I was able to actually work with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to be on hands on and be able to work it myself, that was able to get me um to it not being just another product.
Right. Right.
Um and so with me being able to deal with all types of curl patterns, black, white, Latino, Indians, Hispanics, I was able to really understand the texture and the curl pattern of their hair and the makeup and the fabric of their hair to be able to know what really works with me.
Mm.
And those things are very, very, very important. So because I'm going from a very tightly coiled hair,
Mm-hmm.
very straight, loose wave hair, and me knowing the difference. So me being that assistant when I was with Chris
Mm-hmm.
allowed me to be able to understand the foundation of hair, period.
Mm.
Because I started at the shampoo bowl, and the shampoo bowl is the foundation of everything. If you don't have things right at the shampoo bowl, then it won't be right at the end.
Mm.
So if the shampoos and the hair is not feeling the way it's supposed to feel, then that end result will not be anything that it needs to be.
Wow.
So I think it comes, the difference is because of the experience, um, and and me being able to just really understand the hair, and then
Mm-hmm.
it comes down to equality and all of that stuff with me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Getting people to understand that you can do, a Caucasian person can do an African American person's hair. African American can do a Caucasian's hair. They can cross and do a Hispanic hair and a Latino hair. It's just all a matter of just understanding what the curl pattern. And the great thing about it is, with my product, it can be used on any of them.
In hair. Wow, that's amazing. So that tells me a lot about you. It tells me that you have to do a lot of research.
Absolutely.
You had to think about the chemistry, the makeup of the hair, the biology, the anatomy of the hair, everything that goes along with putting these products together. So, Jay, when we come back, Roshan, I want to talk with you about celebrities, what kind of art forms you use, updated hair trends, those types of things. We're going to come back and hopefully we can get rid of that echo when we come back. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back. We'll be
Thank you.
right back, everyone, with J. Rashawn Coulter.
The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
All right, we're back with J. Rashawn Coulter, celebrity hairstylist, educator, coach, CEO of All Curls Matter. Thanks for joining me, Sean. Thanks for coming back on the show with me. So let's test it out. Let's see how you sound now.
Is this a little bit better?
Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, much better. Tiana, you shaking your head backstage. Much
Okay,
better.
great.
So it may have been the location. Sometimes
Right.
it happens, with streaming because you stream all the time. So
Right.
sometimes that happens. Okay, so as we were talking about your product, one of the things that comes to mind is your art form because we want to show some of these photos. You sent us some photos, and I mean beautiful hairstyles. And Tiana, can we just go ahead and show all of Sean's photos? Oh yeah, look at this now. This is your style. So this emerald green is you. I tell you, looking sharp there, celebrity hairstylist, celebrity stylist. Oh my God, fabulous.
That is Trina Braxton.
Wow, look at Miss Trina.
I had a chance to work with her on a photo shoot in Atlanta. That was really fun.
Yeah, look at Miss
Really fun.
Trina. Tony Braxton's sister, everybody, if you don't know, ask somebody. And this is beautiful.
Yes, I love doing color as well.
So you're a colorist.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you stop calling me yes, ma'am. Listen, it make me feel old. Okay, everybody, y'all laughing. I know you're laughing. But let's talk about that. How do you come up with the different styles? Does it matter? Is it because the way the hair is, or is it you see someone and you can look at me and say, okay, Tammy, I want to do this style on you.
Okay, so I communicate and I have consultation. Consultation is so important when you're talking with your clients. And so within the consultation, I ask about your lifestyle. I ask about the different things that you can handle and the things that you can't handle. And so in the midst of asking all of those questions, in my mind, I'm calculating and I'm doing different things or whatever. So one of the things that I tell people, cosmetologists, we have to use our senses. Only sense that I ask cosmetologists not to use is your taste. Don't be right here tasting. So, but then we also have another sense, whereas you're telling us something, our professional sense. You may tell me that you didn't relax your hair, but then I know I'm feeling your hair, and I can tell that you relaxed it a week ago.
Wow.
So within that, I'm determining, I'm calculating and figuring things out because my number one thing is to make sure that the hair is healthy. That's one thing that I do. So I'm not going to do anything that's going to damage the hair or anything like that. So one of the things that I told someone the other day, necessarily the style
but it's the treatments and the atmosphere that I give you.
Mm-hmm.
And so treatments is very important to be able to make sure that you can get those other styles and play around with those other styles to make sure that we can keep edges on and
Right.
and keep things going. So as I'm looking at you and I'm looking at your facial shape, I'm looking at your lifestyle and everything that you can handle, then that allows me to be able to determine what type of hairstyle that will fit you and fit your lifestyle.
Wow. And right now, this is it.
I noticed, and I'm not saying just because of age or anything like that, but I noticed that more seasoned women, um, they tend to want to be more carefree.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tendency because you're dealing with a lot of hormones, you're dealing with a lot of different things or whatever, and you're like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with it. Just cut it off.
Come on. And that's what happened. That's
Right,
actually what happened, Sean.
right.
COVID. I said, okay, it's coming off. And one of your favorite people and our favorite people, she came over and
I know.
chopped it off. So thank you, Paula.
That's my girl. I'm always okay with whatever she does. She's a cosmetologist in another world somewhere.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Listen, I guess they're saying, wow, they're having a great conversation because they're talking about people and all. But, one of the things that I love about you is that you're so transparent. And you talk with, when you talk with me, it was like I had known you for years and years and years. I mean, you have that type of personality, and I think that's what makes you so successful. And that is what, especially when I met your mother. And, and all she did, I mean, this is when I first got here, and that's all she talked about. My son, Sean.
That is my number one fan.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And she's fabulous herself.
I love my
She's
mom.
a diva. She's a diva. And I love your mom. She was just so sweet. And I mean, we just started a conversation. I didn't even know who she was. I didn't know she was your mother. So what's the most creative style that you have created? What's the most, that you can think of?
So I like doing a whole lot of haircuts. Um, and so in the midst of doing cuts and colors, I really enjoy doing cuts and colors and creating colors that really just kind of blend in and goes directly with the cut. But my most creative things that I like to do is the very, very short cuts, haircuts, and being able to spike them and then have the colors and stuff like that, blending with them. I also had another young lady. I did her entire hair red, really red. She was known in the area for being the redhead girl. Um, but then also as her hair grew out, in the process of me doing it, I went in and I lightened her roots and I left the red on the ends. And I was like, oh man, I love this. And she allowed me to be able to actually do that as well with no problem. So between my cuts and colors, I just love the creativity of it because I'm able to actually go in and move them and put them right where I want them. And it comes from, that design comes from within. I did another color recently, older young lady. It was probably about 5 or 6 different colors, maybe more than that.
Wow.
And she was a natural lady, and I went in and I did some curls on it. And I think that was on one of my pages as well. So if you guys get a chance to go on my page, you can look through my pictures. She had like a lot of different colors and a lot of curls. It was like a real natural look, and she was just kind of moving it all around and stuff like that. So it was really, really pretty. Actually, the young lady, she's from and I can only say this because I know she's a public figure as well. That's why I can say her name. Her name was Joy. She was running for mayor in Bamberg,
Oh
the
yeah.
Bamberg area, and I had a chance to work with her as well. So I love doing models as well. She has like a community um, outreach thing in Bamberg. So if you guys get a chance to check her out, she's in Bamberg as well.
Wow, we're showing you information as you're talking about it because
Beautiful.
people can go on your Instagram page. I mean, they can see all the styles, your Twitter page, your website, and also who is your favorite celebrity that you've worked with?
Favorite one that I worked with. I would say was, um, you know, the gospel singer Anita Wilson.
Yes.
I had a chance to work with her, and she was really sweet. She was really nice, very calm spirit. She wasn't the type of person that, um, as you know, some celebrities, people think that some celebrities are just so rude and all of that type of stuff or whatever. But she wasn't like that. She was very calm and warm spirited and everything. So she was a really, really good person to work with. You know, let me give a shout out to Dr. Maurice Lee.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know him, but he has been the one that has helped me be able to be named the celebrity hairstyle.
Oh wow.
Um, because of the simple fact, uh, his friends that he would bring into town, he would trust me with all of them, be able to actually work on their hair. And I've traveled different places and stuff like that with them, um, doing different things like that as well. So that has been a major, major help with my portfolio, being able to say that I do those things and and so that has opened up more doors for me to be on to work with news reporters and all of that type of stuff. So I've done a good bit of news reporters here, and um, I think Jeffrey Lampkin had me come in and do. I did Erica Campbell's hair one time. Um, I did Chris Rock's mom here
Wow.
before. I think Jasmine Guy, she came in and I was able to work with her as well.
Wow.
I don't know, and I don't know if you remember, it's an older lady, Angela Spivey, a
Angela.
gospel artist as well.
Yes.
She,
Yes.
another friend, Algernon Wright, he brought her in and he trusted me with doing her hair as well. And so it's all a matter of staying relevant in your area
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that you're staying professional so that when it's time for people to bring their guests in, they trust them with you.
That's right.
And those things are so important. And not to be such a major groupie
Yeah,
and just be a
exactly.
people
Just
person
be a peaceful person.
with
Yeah.
them because they're people. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like I said, those have opened doors. Those have opened doors for me with me being able to work with celebrities as well.
Wow. And God has truly blessed you because the
I'm so
more we've
thankful.
been talking, and and you are always you always have such an encouraging word to say. And one of the things that comes to mind with me thinking about you is challenges, because people would want to know, okay, he's this, he's that, but did you have any challenges along the way?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Challenges, they do come, and even as growing up a young boy, and deciding to do this at an early age, I had to go and overcome the stigma of a guy doing hair and being gay and all of that type of stuff or whatever. But I thank God that those aren't the cases, and God has been able to keep me throughout all of it. You know, I'm here, I'm married with my beautiful wife, Lasagna Coulter, and my three beautiful children. And, and those people that gave me those hard times back in school, those people, they respect me to the fullest now.
Uh-huh.
And so I was able to overcome those things just as being at an early age. So I had to start off kind of early dealing with those type things. And so as I continue to go through life, um, different things came up and come up when it comes down to businesses, opening up businesses, having to close businesses, sometimes losing a car, sometimes having to move, all kind of things come up. But I thank God for having that foundation in him and trusting him, because in the midst of it, he taught me levels of trust in him. I remember I left Orangeburg and I left all of my clients in Orangeburg and I went to Columbia to start doing hair. And when I did that because I know God told me to move and to make that transition. And within that, that was one of the hardest things that I did. I was getting paid every day and getting paid very well here in Orangeburg. And I dropped all of that and decided to go work in a very nice salon in Columbia. And from getting paid every day to getting paid every 2 weeks, that was an adjustment. So God, he proved to me who he was because I had to trust him on getting to work and getting back home.
Mm.
And it was some periods where um, it was I had to depend on tips to have enough gas money to get to Columbia,
Wow.
get from Columbia, get home, and get back to Columbia. And my car was back on E by the time I got back to Columbia. So it's like I had to trust him daily. So he was showing me how much of a daily bread he was to me as well. And so that allowed me to be able to that trust and learn trust him in levels as well. So as we're going through the industry, know that this is a faith industry. It is a faith industry. We have to believe God will put you on somebody else's heart to give you a call, to give, and that's with any business.
Mm,
That's with
yes.
any business. We have to trust God that He will put you on somebody's heart and somebody's mind to be able to say, I want to go to him, I want to go to her. So that's why it's important that whenever God gives us the people, we have to take care of whoever God gives us. And so that we can continue to grow. So it's like take care of what God gives you.
Wow. Hey, listen, you said a mouthful. I can't even top that. I'm through. Mic drop. Mic drop. I tell you what, Sean, we don't have much time, but I do want to get to the point about the Emerald Dynasty 20th anniversary because
Hour
real
has went
quick.
fast already.
Yeah, go just yeah, time flew by having fun. But I really want you to have that opportunity to tell us about the Emerald Dynasty 20th anniversary.
All right. So thank you for the opportunity. And I really appreciate you um, for this opportunity. This is so amazing and this platform. And I thank you for sharing your platform with me
Thank you.
for this. But my Emerald Dynasty Beauty, I'm celebrating 20 years in the industry. And within that 20 years, God has blessed me to be able to meet so many different people around the world. And so I'm actually going in and I'm bringing all of my friends together and I'm bringing them here to Orangeburg to help celebrate. And one of the things is the way I'm celebrating is being able to celebrate you guys and allowing you to understand your value. Because a lot of times we tend to forget what our value is, or sometimes we don't even know what our value is. So this Emerald Dynasty is actually showing you, treating you in a royal way, showing you what your value should be. So the event is October 10th and 11th. On that Sunday, it starts at 3 o'clock in the day. We're gonna do a cut party. So for the cosmetology people, y'all know what a cut party is.
Yes.
But for the people that are not cosmetologists, we're gonna actually do a hands-on hair show
That's it.
with you. So we're gonna be actually cutting and styling. I have people that are coming from all over that's gonna be cutting and styling. We have vendors that'll be there. We're gonna be having like 4 or 5 people going on all at the same time. So it's gonna be a lot of things going and excitement that's going on as well. And then in the midst of that, we're gonna have a photography party. So you'll be able to see the behind the scenes, like you saw when I was with Trina Braxton. You'll be able to see the behind the scenes on how we do things behind the scenes of a photo shoot as well. So as those people are finishing cutting, they'll go to the other room and they'll be able to go and show off what it is that they're doing with that as well. But that's from 3 to about 8. From 8:30 until we have our Emerald Dynasty dinner, which yours truly, Miss Tammy, she's going to be hosting it, and I'm super excited about that. Her and Miss Paula, they'll be hosting that together. So I'm like, so
Well, thank you. I'm excited.
and with that, I'm going to be celebrating people that have been important in my life. And we're going to be having amazing food. We're going to be having amazing music. Guests to be there, artists to be there. And it's just all a matter of coming together and let's having a good time and enjoying yourself. That's that Sunday. So that's all of that is going on that one day. And then on that Monday, which is the 11th, for all of my hairstylists, barbers, nail artists, makeup artists, we're having education for you. that entire day. That's all hair, skin, nails, barbering, all of that is going on that one day. And then I'm also giving away scholarships.
Wow.
I'm giving away scholarships. I'm giving away about 3 to 4 scholarships to some amazing students that are already enrolled in school. Because I am an educator, I work in the school, so I know what it is that the students they deal with. So I want to be able to help them with their tuition. We want to go in and pay some of their tuition off as well. So we want to do that to about 3 or 4 amazing students as well. So if you get a chance, you can go on my website and check all of those things out as well. So that's October 10th and the 11th. Come and be my guest.
Ooh, come and be my guest. Be my guest, be my guest, be my guest. Listen, Sean, I tell you what, man, we could talk all day. And
Yes.
and for what you have shared with us, this has been an empowering conversation, not only for me, but I know for a lot of the viewers, because it basically talks about being who you were created to be. And it's evident that you've been created to do some marvelous things, and doors are still opening up, and the opportunities are still coming around you, and there's blessings coming around you. Because I tell you what, to bring that kind of excitement to Orangeburg, South Carolina is going to be amazing. I mean, you're talking about celebrities that you're bringing in. You're not going to say them now, but y'all just got to come and see.
Right.
Artists that you're having, hairstylists that are coming. I mean, just all of the wonderful things that you're bringing to, as they say, the town of Orangeburg, South Carolina. And for those of you that don't know where Orangeburg is, it's between Columbia, South Carolina, and Charleston, South Carolina. Okay? So you got an airport in Columbia, you have an airport in Charleston, so you can get to Orangeburg.
We'll come pick you up.
That's it. Send the car. We will
Right.
send the car. So I know what's next for you, and that was next. Emerald, the Emerald Dynasty celebration. But what's next for the brand? And we've got about 2 minutes to talk about that.
With my brand, oh man, my plan is to expand with my business a whole lot more. My wife, she's going to school for aesthetics. I have another young lady that's going to school for massage therapy. So we are going to create a whole medical spa within Orangeburg as well. So that's going to be really big, coming up really soon. And then I got to get these books out.
Yes.
So I'm doing some things that I know that I was supposed to be doing and have done already. So I'm going to really go in and concentrate on those things. So the brand, I'm just
Wow.
going to continue to keep it going.
I'm excited. I'm excited. So, I always talk to my guests, and I did have one question, and this is from our producer. She wanted to know about recognizing the art form. Hair is recognized as an art form. Is it recognized as an art form enough in the industry? So in other words, are we looking at hair in this industry? Do people really recognize that hair is an art form, or they just think that it's just doing hair?
They should. I think sometimes they look at it as just doing hair. Dealing with and my professionals, it's all a matter of us being professional and putting our industry on that professional level to be able to get that respect. I have been able to been known as an artist because of the respect that I demand as well. But I think people, they know that it's an art because they realized that throughout the pandemic, they saw just how powerful we were when they couldn't get their hair done for that entire month. So it's an art. It's definitely an art, and I think from that pandemic, people, they respect us a whole lot more than they did beforehand.
Wow. And that's one of the other questions we didn't even get to talk about. How did the pandemic affect your business? What happened? And you can talk about that quickly. What happened with you with the pandemic?
It was very difficult in the very beginning because of the simple fact of the not knowing. But then I rested in God. He allowed me to rest in Him, and He allowed me to even open up a business in the pandemic. So God has been faithful to me.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow. All right, Sean, 3 words that describe you.
Oh man. God fearing, um, dedicated, and trustworthy.
And trustworthy. Okay, Tiana, let's show how we can get in touch with Sean again, please. Listen, folks, you can get in touch with Sean by going to his website. He's got an Instagram page or he's got Twitter, and it's all J. Rashawn Coulter, the
You can Google
celebrity.
me.
Yeah, and Google you. That's right. The celebrity hairstylist, author, educator, the CEO of All Curls Matter. I got to get me some of that All Curls Matter.
You will love it.
Sean, so I'm gonna come and see you. I'm
All
gonna come
right.
okay. Listen, Sean, thanks so much for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
God bless you and all that you do, man. This was powerful. I really appreciate you. Tell Miss Sonia and the kids I said hello,
I
and
sure
you all
will.
continue to be blessed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean. Take care. All right, you heard it right here on Tammy. I tell you that J. Rashawn Coulter, you talk about celebrity stylist, and when I say hairstylist, designer, educator, he's it. Coach, he's it. And so we're looking forward to October the 10th and 11th for the Emerald Dynasty, the 20th celebration. So I just want you to check it out. Listen, thank you so much for joining the show today. I've had a great time. Listen, when I talk about shows that are coming up and how we're talking about the power of the arts. So we finished this month and with the power of the arts, and I want to thank all of my guests who have been a part of the power of the arts. Next month, we're going to be talking about the power of education. Yes, everybody's getting ready to go back to school in August. And so we're going to be talking about the power of education. And so I hope you're going to be able to join us because it's going to be a powerful time. I want to thank my producer, Alicia, and my producer, Tiana. I want to thank you all so much. Tiana, great job. You always got it going on, girl, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Alicia. Please subscribe to the Tammy TV Show, YouTube. All you got to do is go to the Tammy TV Show YouTube channel. Remember, let's be a blessing to someone today and every day. So I want you to have a safe and wonderful week. Remember, wear your mask, social distance, and wash those hands. Thanks again for joining me. Until the next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.